everyone, and welcome to Everyday Gourmet with Blakely. Today I'm going to show you a really great breakfast treat. I'm going to do a gingerbread scone. And it's very easy, very delicious, so I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is do our dry ingredients. So in here I have 2 cups all-purpose flour. I'm going to add 1 cup of whole wheat flour. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon baking powder. I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. And then I'm going to do 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground ginger. I'm also going to do a little pinch of salt here, like 3/4 of a teaspoon. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a good mix together. So now I have a 1/2 cup of butter. Then I went ahead, I cut into cubes, and then I put it into my freezer because I want it to be really nice and cold. So I have my butter here that I went ahead and cubed up. So I'm going to put this in here, and using my hand, I'm just going to kind of work it together. Or if you have a pastry cutter, you can do that as well. I like to do it in here, my hand. So I'm just going to kind of take it and just smush it in between my fingers here. All right, I'm going to keep doing this until there are no large chunks of butter left. So our dry ingredients are mixed together. As you can see, there's no big chunks of any kind of butter in there. So that's exactly what we want. Set this aside, and in here I have 2 eggs. Let me give it a little whisk. I'm also going to add 1/3 cup of maple syrup, good quality maple syrup. I'm going to do 1/3 cup of molasses. And then I also am going to add 1/3 cup of whole milk, as well as a little bit vanilla extract. That molasses in there. All right, now we're just gonna whisk it all together until combined. Now I'm gonna add it straight in here into our dry ingredients. Gonna mix it together just until combined. You don't want to over mix it. So we're gonna add our dough to a parchment lined sheet tray right here. Cut it into little circles here. All right, so this dough is a little loose. So what we need to do is just use our hand and kind of shape it out into a circle here. We're going to put it in the freezer for about 10-15 minutes just to let it harden up. Then we're going to kind of cut it into triangles, and then we're going to time to bake. All right, so this has been in there, just setting up quite a bit. So I'm going to take my hands and just kind of pat it down, just like that. I'm going to make sure it's a pretty circle here. Perfect. Great. And then I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to kind of pat it with a little bit of flour as well. What I'm going to do is just cut it into wedges here. flour so it won't stick. Perfect. So now I have an egg wash here. I'm just gonna brush the top. And I have my oven preheating at 425. I'm gonna put this in there to let it bake for about 15 minutes until a beautiful golden brown, cooked all the way through, and then I'm gonna make a maple syrup glaze. All right, into our oven, 425 degrees. Oh my God. Look at this. You gotta be kidding me right now. This looks just to die for. So now, if it's, we have to make it even more decadent. So in here I have some powdered sugar. I'm gonna put like a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm gonna slowly drizzle in some maple syrup here. It's gonna be about 2 tablespoons worth of maple syrup. You don't want it too runny, so you wanna just add a little bit at a time. And that's right in here. Look at this, holy crap. A little bit more. Like I said, you want to be able to drizzle it. A little tiny bit more. Alright. I think that looks right about perfect. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, maybe a tiny bit more. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take this and I'm just going to liberally frost these babies. Oh, you've got to be kidding me right now. You've got to be kidding me right now. Look at how amazing these look. I'm so excited to eat them. There you have my frosted gingerbread scones, perfect for the holiday season. I hope you like it.